Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We will get started right here at 10 o'clock. We're excited to be down in West Central this morning. We are live streaming the auction this morning, so that has kicked off here. We want to welcome everybody watching around the city and around the country here. We will get started with the auction right at 10 o'clock. Welcome to the sale.
Testing 1, 2. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get started here in about 10 minutes or less. We're going to get started here right at sale time. We are broadcasting the sale live this morning, so we'd like to welcome everybody that's participating from literally around the country this morning, I think as far as California. And so we'll get started here. If you need a packet, you need to register, step right up here to the front. We do have hot coffee and donuts over there. Now, this tent, when we ordered it, was supposed to cover this entire backyard. We showed up this morning, they gave us this, so we apologize. And then we got this trick pulled on us with the snow flying. So we're going to make do. We have some of our best sales, Pat, in these snowstorms. So we'll get started here. Take off to touchdown here this morning, 10 minutes or less, I bet. So we'll get started here shortly. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just as we advertised, we are up here at 10 o'clock to 1115 West Wayne Street here in the wonderful historic West Central neighborhood. A lot of you were with us here a few years ago when we sold the Silverman's estate, and Josh and I had a little meeting a little bit ago. I think the hotel with a bar works out a little bit better than in the backyard under a tent. So thanks for coming out this morning. We have just a wonderful property. I've sold a lot of properties in West Central over the last 25 years, and I'll tell you, this is the finest fourplex that I've ever had the opportunity to sell. This property, this home was built as a single-family residence by the superintendent of Fort Wayne Community Schools, who later became the president of Purdue University. And he was quite a political figure here in Indiana. And so it's a grand home. Then over the years, the building got turned into 9 apartments. At that time, Mark and Jody Smith that owned the Castle Gallery purchased the building. And if you know Jody, she does everything first class. And she got to work and she completely restored the building from top to bottom and converted it then into 4 high-end apartments. And that brings us up here to today. And I was talking to Jody a couple days ago, and she said, "Brandon, look at that porch." She said, "I handpicked every piece off of that ceiling. There's not one knot in any of that wood." When she restored it, she made sure that, her dream was to convert it back to a single family. So when she laid it out to make it as simple as possible to do that. So then the Cowans took title to the property and ownership to the property, and they continued with the tradition of improving the property. All of the central air conditioners are only 3 to 4 years old. The furnaces are 3 to 4 years old. The roof's about 10 years old. Each unit has a washer and dryer in it. Each unit has their own dishwasher. You just do not find that in West Central. I want to take just a few minutes and go through what the electrical situation is here. So you'll see individual electric meters on the back of the house. Now, the units are not metered separately, which would be very simple to do. That's probably the first thing I would do, is separate the electric out. Those meters are just to meter the central air conditioning. So the Cowans have not done that in the past, not billed the tenants back for the air conditioning usage. However, Jody wanted to bill back the tenants for the air conditioning usage. So she would go out, read those meters every month, and then send the tenants a bill for their air conditioning units. So when you see the meters back there, the utilities are not separated. That's just to meter the air conditioning. And so I think everything is just first class here, ladies and gentlemen. Bob passed away here a couple of years ago, and that brings us to the reason for the sale here this afternoon. It is in the family's corporation, and so they will be transferring title to the property today. I want to take just a few minutes and go through the terms and the conditions of the sale here today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your bidding is not conditioned upon financing or inspections. If you are getting financing, that is fine. You just need to have that all prearranged prior to today. We will require a 10% earnest money down today with the balance due within 30 days. We feel like we'll be ready to close on the property just as soon as you are. I've ordered preliminary title work on the property through Metropolitan Title, and the title policy is posted over here on the board, but we are asking that the real estate be closed within 30 days of today. We are selling the property subject to confirmation of the seller, and so we're fully anticipating new owners here today, but Josh is going to be on the phone with Bob's son Ryan, and Darlene's standing back there. Everybody knows Darlene from the neighborhood there, and so they'll be making the final decision here once we present the bid to them. We'll be prorating the taxes to the day of final closing. So the seller will be paying all the taxes up to the day of closing, and then your tax obligations will start from that day forward. We're going to give you possession of the property subject to tenant rights. We're going to transfer those leases over to you at closing. If you or your lender would require a survey, that would be at your own expense. Any security deposits will be transferred to you on the closing statement, and all of the rents will be prorated to the day of final closing. And you're buying the property today, ladies and gentlemen, as is, where is, with no warranties being expressed or implied. You're going to be bidding your judgment here today. We've represented the property the best that we know. And the closing fee, ladies and gentlemen, is set at the closing table. Simply to administer the closing, be split 50-50 between the buyer and the seller. So you're going to bid to Pat. Craig, where are you at? Out in the snow? You're going to bid to Craig, myself. You got Josh here. You got the whole team here this morning. And so have I forgotten anything, guys? Darlene, is everything satisfactory? Ready to go to work here? But I'll tell you what, you want a wonderful opportunity. It's certainly here today. Bid your judgment. You help yourself. And here we go. All right, here we go. And you're going to buy it here. And what are you going to give? And you're buying it here. And you're going to be able to get 450,000. Give 400. And now 400. And you're buying it here. But you get $400,000 on it. And you're going to buy it here. But here. And you're buying it here. But you get 400. And now here. But a bid. And you're buying it here. But you get 400 bid. But above it here. 300, 325, but get 325, and out 300, and you're gonna buy but get 325, and you buy it here, but I'm over here 300, but I'm over here 25, but get here, and out 350, and out 375, and 350, but get 75, but get 75, but get 350, but get 375, but a bid, and you buy it here, but get 75, 350, 375, and 350, 75, now 400, and 375, but get a 4, and 375, but get $400,000 on it, 4, and 375, 85, and 375, but get 85 bid, and you got to buy it above it here, but 385, and now 375 bid, and you got to buy it but 85. 85, thank you. And now 395, Pat. And now 395, to get 85, to get 95. And now 85, to get 95, 5, but above it here, to get 8, but above it here, to get 395. And now 395, and now 395, but a bit, 385, to get 95. And now 395. I got 395 here. And now 400. And now 400, 405, and now 400, and you're going to buy it at 405, and you buy it here, but you get a 400, and you're going to buy it here at 405, and you're going to buy it here, but you get a 405, 405, 405, 405, and you're going to be able to buy it here. And out 10, and out 10 bid, and you're going to be able to buy it here, but a 10. I'll tell you what, they've been doing a pretty good job this morning, Pat. Now, you look at your stock portfolio. I have made more money. I'm not going to put any more money in the stock market and only West Central Real Estate. I have made more money in West Central Real Estate than I have in that old stock market. 405, 410, 410. You'll never go wrong. Ben, Electric Works is getting ready to open. 405, 410. And now 405, bid on it here, 410. 405, and get a 410 bid, and you're going to buy it at 410. And now 410. I'll tell you what, you can run up and down West Central and buy these fourplexes all day. You're not going to buy one with new electric, new furnaces, new central air, washer and dryer in every unit, dishwashers in every unit. This is special. Turnkey, 405. Do you know what we call this? We call this Millionaires Road. Look right across the street there. 405, 410. 405, 410, 405, and again 410, and now 405. Pat, what are they saying back there? What's Josh saying? 405, and again 410, 405, bid on it here. Here we go. Going to be here, but here to 410, 410, 410, 405, and you're going to buy it here, but you're going to 410 bid, and you're going to be able to buy it here to 410, 410, 410. We all done 405, and again 410. We're going to take just a little quick break. We're going to have new owners here today, folks. We're going to have new owners here today. 405, 410. It's going to sell. Today's the day, folks. Get right on. 405, 410. Kenson, 405, 410. 405, and again 410. Anybody else? 405, here we go, and you're going to be here, and you're buying it here, but you get 405, and you get 410, 405, and you get 10, 10, 10. Are we all done? 405, and you get 410. Tammy, pretty please. Will that help? 405, 410, 405, and get here, and get 10. 405, and get 10 bid. 405, and get 10. 405, and get 10. Sold it. $405,000 there, and your new buyer there, Pat. Thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause. And they're definitely no strangers to the neighborhood. We certainly appreciate everybody coming out on this cold winter day. Make sure you grab a donut on the way home or take 2 or 3 home with you. Fill your coffee cup up and have a safe drive home. Thanks so much for attending the sale.